You've probably never questioned this, but it's wrong. You think motivation comes first and action comes second. Feel inspired, then move. Feel ready, then start. That order feels so obvious that nobody ever stops to check if it's actually true. It isn't. And in the next 5 minutes, I'm not going to give you 10 tips or a productivity hack or a morning routine. Just one idea. But if you actually get this one idea, it changes almost everything about how you start things. Because right now, you're waiting for something that was never going to arrive first. Here's the idea. Motivation is not the cause of action, it's the result of it. Say that back to yourself because it's the whole video. You don't feel motivated and then go for a run. You go for a run, even a bad one, even a short one. And somewhere around minute 6, something shifts. A little bit of energy shows up that wasn't there when you laced up your shoes. That feeling didn't arrive first. It arrived because you moved. This isn't a metaphor. It's how the reward systems in your brain actually work. Dopamine, the chemical tied to drive and motivation, gets released in response to progress, not in anticipation of it. Your brain doesn't hand you fuel before the trip. It hands you fuel once you've already proven you're going somewhere. Waiting for motivation before you start is like refusing to turn the key until the engine is already running. Think about the last time you truly didn't want to do something, clean the kitchen, reply to that email, go to the gym. You dragged yourself into it feeling almost nothing. And then a few minutes in, something small changed. You weren't fighting yourself anymore. You were just doing it. Maybe you even felt good by the end. Now think about the opposite. A time you sat around waiting to feel ready before starting something big. How long did that actually take? For most people, the honest answer is, it never came. Not in an hour, not in a week, not in 6 months. Because it was never going to arrive on its own. It only ever shows up mid-motion, never before it. You've lived this pattern dozens of times. You just never named it. Motivation isn't the ignition, it's the exhaust. Once you actually accept this, one thing becomes obvious. I don't feel motivated was never a legitimate reason to wait. It was just a description of a completely normal, expected pre-action state that everyone feels, including the people who still manage to start anyway. The people you consider disciplined are not people who feel more motivated than you. They just stopped treating the absence of motivation as a red light. They understood that feeling nothing is simply what the starting line feels like for everyone, every time, and the only way past it is to move anyway and let the feeling catch up. This flips the entire question you've been asking yourself. It's not how do I get motivated enough to start? There's no version of that question with a real answer. The actual question is, what's the smallest possible way I can start right now without waiting to feel anything at all? So here's the one thing to remember, and the only thing this video was ever about. You are not behind because you lack motivation. You are just waiting for something that only ever shows up after you've already begun. Your challenge: think of the one thing you've been waiting to feel ready for. Don't wait for the feeling. Start it in the next 10 minutes, feeling nothing on purpose, and notice, honestly, how quickly that feeling changes once you're already moving. If you're doing this, comment backwards below because that's exactly what this idea is. The order flipped. Please like this video and subscribe. If this helped you, I break down ideas like this every week.